Hi there! Welcome to Mrs. English Interactive. I'm so glad you're here.
Hello, language explorers. Today we're going to a place you visit every single week, maybe even more often, the grocery store. Now, this might sound simple, but trust me, grocery shopping in English has its own special vocabulary, its own unwritten rules, and its own set of embarrassing mistakes. By the end of today, you'll know exactly how to navigate every aisle, talk to the cashier, and even handle those awkward moments when you can't find something. Ready? Let's follow Maria and Marco on their shopping trip.
Okay, Marco, welcome to Superfresh. You said you've never shopped at an American grocery store by yourself before?
Not really. Back home, I always went to small shops. The butcher, the bakery, the fruit stand, everything was separate. This place is enormous.
Yeah, American supermarkets can be overwhelming the first time, but once you learn the layout, it's actually pretty efficient. Let's start with the basics. Did you bring a list?
I have it on my phone. Chicken, rice, tomatoes, onions, olive oil, bread, milk, eggs, and, something called half and half. My roommate asked me to get it.
Half and half. That's a mix of half milk and half cream. People use it for coffee. You'll find it in the dairy section, right next to the regular milk.
Dairy section? What does dairy mean exactly?
Dairy is anything made from milk. So milk, cheese, yogurt, butter, cream, half and half. The dairy section is usually along the back wall of the store. Most grocery stores keep it in the back because it needs to stay cold.
Oh, that makes sense. And where do I find chicken?
The meat department. Some stores call it the butcher counter if they have a person who cuts meat fresh for you. But most chicken comes pre-packaged in the refrigerated section.
Pre-packaged? Like already in plastic?
Exactly. Wrapped in plastic on a styrofoam tray with a price sticker. You'll see the weight and the price per pound on the label. Do you know what a pound is?
It's a measure of weight? Like a kilogram?
Close. 1 pound is about 450 grams, so a little less than half a kilo. Most things in American stores are priced per pound, not per kilo. You'll get used to it.
Per pound. Okay. And what about produce? Is that a word?
Great question. Produce, and notice the stress is on the first syllable. Produce, not produce. That's the section with all fresh fruits and vegetables.
Produce, not produce. Why is the stress different?
Because in English, produce as a noun means fresh fruits and vegetables. But produce as a verb means to make or create something. Same spelling, different pronunciation, completely different meaning.
English is wild. So I find my tomatoes and onions in the produce section?
Exactly. And here's a tip. In the produce section, you usually bag your own items. You grab a plastic bag from the roll, put your tomatoes in, and either weigh them there or the cashier weighs them at checkout.
What about things like bananas? They have a sticker with a number on them.
That's the PLU code. It stands for price lookup. The cashier types that number into the register to ring it up. You don't need to memorize it, but if you're at a self-checkout machine, you'll need to enter that code yourself or search for the item on the screen.
Self-checkout? I've seen those. There are like 6 machines and everyone is rushing. I'm terrified of holding up the line.
Don't worry about that. Everyone's slow the first few times. Just scan your items one by one. The barcode goes under the red light. If something doesn't have a barcode, like produce, you search for it on the touchscreen.
What if I can't find something? Can I ask someone?
Absolutely. You'll see employees stocking shelves all over the store. Just say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where to find the olive oil?" Or, "Which aisle is the rice in?"
Excuse me, which aisle is the rice in? Like that?
Perfect. And they'll usually say something like, "Aisle 7 on the left side, about halfway down." American stores number their aisles, so look for the big signs hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, I see them now. Aisle 1, bread, bakery, tortillas. Aisle 2, cereal, breakfast, pancake mix. That's really helpful.
And here's a cultural tip. If an employee asks, "Are you finding everything okay?" they're not being nosy. It's just a friendly way of offering help. You can say, "Yes, thank you," or, "Actually, I'm looking for half and half."
That's good to know. I had someone ask me that last week and I panicked because I thought I was doing something wrong.
No, it's a standard grocery store greeting. They're trained to say it. Okay, let's talk about checkout. You have 2 options, a regular lane with a cashier, or self-checkout.
What happens at the regular lane?
You put your items on the conveyor belt. There's usually a divider, a little plastic bar, to separate your groceries from the next person's. Always put the divider down after your items. It's an unwritten rule.
A divider? Like a stick?
More like a small plastic or rubber bar. You'll see them stacked at the front of the belt. Just place it behind your last item so the next person can start loading theirs.
Okay, and then the cashier scans everything?
They scan and bag your items. Now, here's something important. The cashier might ask you paper or plastic. They're asking which type of bag you want.
Which one should I pick?
It depends. Some people bring their own reusable bags. That's becoming more common. If you didn't bring one, paper is sturdier, but plastic has handles. Some stores charge 5 or 10 cents per bag now.
They charge for bags?
In many cities, yes, it's an environmental thing. So it's a good idea to keep a couple of reusable bags in your car or backpack.
Reusable bags. Got it. What about paying?
At checkout, you'll hear, "Your total is," and then you can pay with cash, a debit card, or a credit card. If you use a card, they might ask, debit or credit. Just tell them which one. Then you insert or tap your card on the reader.
What's the difference between debit and credit?
Debit takes money directly from your bank account right away. Credit is like a short-term loan. You pay it back later. For groceries, most people use debit or just tap to pay with their phone.
And tipping? Do I tip at the grocery store?
No tipping at the grocery store. The only exception is if someone helps you carry bags to your car. Some stores offer that, and even then, tipping is optional.
Okay, that's one less thing to worry about. Oh wait, I just realized. My roommate also said get a gallon of milk. How much is a gallon?
A gallon is about 3.8 liters. It's the big jug. You'll see milk in gallons, half gallons, and quarts. A quart is about 1 liter.
Pounds, gallons, quarts. Americans really don't use the metric system, do they?
We really don't. But you'll learn the common ones fast. A pound is about half a kilo, a gallon is about 4 liters, and Fahrenheit, well, that's a lesson for another day.
Okay, I think I found everything on my list. Chicken, rice, tomatoes, onions, olive oil, bread, milk, eggs, and half. Should I go to self-checkout or the regular lane?
How about self-checkout? I'll walk you through it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, first, touch the screen to start. Now scan your first item. Hold the barcode toward the red light.
Oh, it worked! Rice, $2.49.
See? Easy. Now put it in the bagging area. The machine weighs everything to make sure you scanned it properly.
Bread, eggs. Oh, I should be careful with these. Chicken, tomatoes. Wait, these don't have a barcode.
Hit Lookup Item on the screen. Type in tomatoes or enter the PLU code from the little sticker.
TOMA. Oh, it shows options. Tomatoes, Roma. Tomatoes on the vine. Tomatoes, cherry. I have the Roma ones?
Select Roma, put the bag on the scale, and the machine will weigh them and calculate the price.
Done. Okay, what's next? Onions, olive oil, milk, and half. Almost done.
And when everything's scanned, hit Pay Now. Choose your payment method, and you're all set.
Total is $37.82. Card inserted. Payment approved. I did it!
You did it! Your first solo grocery trip in America. How do you feel?
Like I conquered Mount Everest. A very small, air-conditioned Mount Everest with fluorescent lighting.
That's the spirit. And next time will be even easier, I promise.
Wonderful job, Marco. And wonderful job to all of you listening at home. Let me review a few key things from today's trip. First, vocabulary. The produce section, that's produce with stress on the first syllable, is where you find fresh fruits and vegetables. The dairy section has milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. And the meat department is where you find chicken, beef, and pork. Second, measurements. 1 pound is about 450 grams. 1 gallon is about 3.8 liters. These come up constantly in American stores, so start getting comfortable with them. Third, useful phrases. When you need help, say, "Excuse me, which aisle is the rice in?" When the cashier asks paper or plastic, they want to know your bag preference. And "Are you finding everything okay?" is just a friendly offer of help, not a warning. Now here's a quick pronunciation tip. Notice the word aisle, A-I-S-L-E. It's pronounced like al. The S is completely silent. So it's which aisle is the rice in, not which A's low. And a politeness tip, always put the divider down on the conveyor belt after your items. It's a small gesture, but Americans notice when you do it and when you don't. It shows you understand the unwritten rules. Now let's practice some shadowing together. Repeat after me slowly. Which aisle is the rice in? Take your time. Which aisle is the rice in? Beautiful. One clear, complete question. Now a little faster with some natural linking. Excuse me, could you tell me where to find the olive oil? Notice how could you blends together almost like could you. That's natural connected speech. Try it. Excuse me, could you tell me where to find the olive oil? And for our advanced explorers, try this one with the right rhythm and stress. My total comes to $37.82. Can I tap to pay? Notice how the dollar amount flows naturally without saying dollars and cents. Americans often drop those words in casual speech. $37.82. Here's your micro assignment for this week. Next time you go to any store, try to use at least 3 phrases from today's lesson. Ask which aisle something is in. Tell the cashier your bag preference. And try using self-checkout if you haven't before. Every small interaction is practice. And remember, progress over perfection. See you next time, Language Explorers.